From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region. And this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
CDC let it kick
in the Sept 10.
in the Sept 10.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept 10.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear up.
So they turn too short now.
And that's what we're doing.
They turn too short.
We are intentional about lifting the economy, and that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC left it in the Sept 10.
And it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it out of there to bring it up.
It's easy to bust it from there.
This project did not emerge within a vacuum. During the leadership of former President Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Ministry of Public Works, under the able leadership of Minister William Judy Moore, my former boss, with the support of the European Union, commenced a comprehensive study on minimizing traffic congestion during the peak hours along the Topman Boulevard. And this took place at selected intersections, namely the Vermoma House intersection, Fish Market, VP Road, Catholic Junction, Nigerian House, the Ministerial Complex, where we are groundbreaking today.
This is a country with limited opportunities. If you don't know somebody, you may not go anywhere. You're moving to a community where opportunities are limited.
listen, men in front of you. No strong and brave people. No people want to take leadership. You see the hard time plenty in Liberia. And part of the reason why the hard time plenty in Liberia because we are the government that was shared.
We are fully aware of the alarming challenges that lie ahead of us. Yet we are equally confident that with determination, discipline, and collective effort, we shall overcome these challenges and restore the dignity, integrity, and effectiveness of this noble institution. The proliferation and abuse of illicit drugs stand today as one of grievous national threats confronting Liberia. It endangers our youth, undermines our communities, and poses a direct risk to national security. Confronting this crisis requires the full support of every Liberian.
I am here on the farm, been here for 3 days, didn't even know what's going on in the city. But let me say this in response. Those people who put this crap, this nonsense on social media, they must just love my name. They must just love me and can't keep their mouth off me. And what they have just said is damn stupid. Anybody who put that crap out there, I say they are damn stupid. Please repeat it for me and put it just like I say it. Put it there in the media. Let everybody hear exactly what it is. Then maybe they will stop these damn lies.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Commonwealth Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does your administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. Is that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you Weah vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he was falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberia National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Your respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah, ranging from here. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how Weah had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to pride in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
For sparing us another day, another opportunity, another time to make society better, our society and the world, but emphasis on our own soil, our own culture called Liberia. We are grateful that he kept watch over us throughout the night, and he has brought us into this time that we make the maximum use of it with this medium, Kings 88.5, to get Liberia better, irrespective of who is the president, vice president, pro tem, speaker, senator, representative, whoever, but to make society better. And part of that, to speak truth to power, honestly, not against, not harboring it for or against anybody, but going patriotic and nationalistic as every citizen, or it is required of every citizens. We thank him. We are grateful. Let's remind you as we get started, the King Support basket is stay open. I told you that the basket is wide, deep. It receives. You want to keep dropping. We appreciate you for what you have done. We are grateful. You still show that love, that concern and readiness. We appreciate all that you have done, but please step it up. Keep remembering the basket. Drop whatever you can drop. We are making progress by your support financially. Let's acknowledge you again. In the fullness of time, you will see the fruit of your giving. We encourage you to keep dropping. The basket is deep and wide, and the basket has the entry, the send wave, 0555 885 885. The local mobile money number 0777 017 885. Please drop. All of you drop. We can tell you how many dollars to drop, but we need you to drop as you have always. Let it be the normal. Make it the normal, please. Make it the normal. Meaning, just as you have your life activity plan, you put us in that plan and it becomes permanent. We appreciate you. Please do that. Again, your who aren't online, the local money, mobile money, 0777 07017 0777 017 885. Those online watching, 0555 885 885. Please, let's keep experiencing your goodwill, your generosity. We are getting there gradually and closer, but all with what you have started, what you are doing, and what you will always do. We are getting there. Progress, not only progress, but significant progress is being made. So please keep dropping in the basket. We look forward to a wonderful time as we head into 2029. Thank you all again. William Wulu, the Liberian Civil Rights Movement, Collie Vawa, Bernard Farm, Ambassador Ojuku Smith, Peace Island, Venetius Bar, New Crew Town, Claude de Paul, Dry Gear Demboy, Rokazima, Congo Town, Peace Island, Jackson C. Poning, Iron Factory, Block C Community, member of Block 13 Intellectual Center, the chairman himself, Romancio Latupan, who has a birthday on the 23rd. Rico or Cannibal is on, the everlasting chairman, the chairman for life, the chairman, only chairman in the whole wide world, the Ghanaian man would say, that cuts across every race, culture, every creed, whatever, be it political, religious, whatever your culture, your belief, the only chairman that cuts across, one and only chairman, Romancio Latupan, Cannibal or Rico for short. And the birthday is on the 23rd of this month. So we say happy pre-birthday, blessed pre-birthday, and wish you well as you get ready to celebrate. It is a great significance in life. You don't want to let your birthday pass without celebration. Your graduation from high school or university, or polytechnic, whatever the higher institution, marriage, you don't want to let those three significant. The others are very important also. But those three I've named, you don't want to let go of them without celebrating. Celebration is determined by the person. Celebration is not determined by another person. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Even if you wake up in the morning and just say, God, thank you for giving me this day, and you exalt his holy name, that's celebration right there. Celebration means coming from in, out, whichever way. Some people will go elaborate, some people will go moderate, but that's the same celebration. It's always good to celebrate it. CDC Success Keita, CDC Pape for Life, Moses Swap, Pinsville, Lasanan Rogers, John K. Teweli, Benson Dario Victor, where Benson Street, Masare Abdullahi, JJY Community, my dear Southeastern sister, Dwayne from Minnesota. Good to see you on. Tomansi Kofa, Caldwell, Malu Fofana, 20th Street, Tobasi, your residence, Hotel Ogate, Zulu Whiskey, Musa A. Sharif, Congo Town, Sophie Stephen Yakade, District 2, Lower Magibi County, Timothy Tiaro, Jamaica Road, Johnson Dolly, New Jersey, your residence, Heron Tito, Caldwell, George Watkins, Jonion, District Titan, Ansu Famule, Braville, Salia Cannon, Braville City, Elizabeth A. Thomas, Congo Town, Bahuma Liaman, D15, Siliki Traore, Mario Kroma, Patience Witznor, Lynch Street, Join Momalu, your business center, Gale Street, behind the Library Water and Sewer Corporations, Library Water and Sewer Corporation, Usman Saul, the same place, Gale Street. Okay. Yes, that's Gale Street. Gale Street. All right. Gale Street. All right. So we can't get started without also acknowledging a very good woman, very kind-hearted, nice, who has Kings FM on mind every day throughout her existence. Orita Choir of Delaware, the USA. Good to have you on the show. Thank you so much. Yes, all of you. We appreciate all of you great people. Let's get started. Time is of the essence. You spent your time, energy, and resources to come on, so let's make maximum use of it so that you get off by the time we are done satisfactorily. Let's get started with events unfolding out of Liberia. A 30-year-old Nigerian man will plead guilty in the United States to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. He was arrested in South Africa, where he lived at the time of the crime, and extradited to the United States, becoming the last of 3 defendants to plead guilty in a business email compromise scheme. 8 other defendants had previously pleaded guilty in related cases in Maryland. This man faced up to 20 years in jail, with sentencing set for November 24th. Ugandan opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye will boycott the start of his treason trial, accusing Judge Emmanuel Baguma of bias because he refused to grant him bail. Dr. Kizza Besigye and his aide, Obed Lutali, refused to attend the proceedings after Judge Baguma declined to step aside. Dr. Kizza Besigye was abducted in Kenya in November last year, later reappeared in Uganda, where he was charged with treason and other offenses, charges that could carry, according to the BBC, a death penalty. The case, delayed for months now, has drawn fresh attention to President Yoweri Museveni's human rights record ahead of next year's elections. The election in that country comes on next year, the 26th. Today, we are in 2025, 2026. And then Burkina Faso where the 36 years old ruler reigns, the junta will unanimously pass a law criminalizing homosexuality with prison sentence of up to 5 years, meaning anyone caught in that will go to jail for 5 years. The measure is part of sweeping reforms to family and citizenship shift for homosexuality had been legal until the junta seized power after 2 coups in 2022. Neighboring Mali enacted a comparable law to this last year, 2024. Across Africa, more than 30 countries now ban same-sex marriage. More than 30 countries across Africa ban same-sex marriage. What the Methodist people want to do here. Ghana and Uganda have also tightened their anti-homosexuality laws in recent years, despite global criticism. Burkina Faso leader said, no. No. If anyone is caught in that, 5 years in jail. The reform is sweeping, or the against is spreading across Africa, with 30 countries now have a ban on same-sex marriage. Same-sex. Same. Meaning the same gender. The Methodist people, that's what they were preaching, and they're still preaching it, even though it gone down small. They try to come in a way that Satan can move. He makes you to feel like he is a figment of imagination, that he doesn't exist. So that's how people come with issue. They make you to feel that that is not the real issue. That's not what they're putting across. But within their hearts, that is the issue they are sending across, that a man and man should stand in the Methodist Church, or that the Constitution should grant them the right that a man and a man can decide to get married in the open on Broad Street. A woman and a woman can decide to get married in the church that they find themselves in, and the pastor of that church should not only preach the sermon, but should sign the marriage certificate. Sign it. Not only that, before the marriage, the pastor of that church must conduct counseling, and the pastor should accept, affirm, and reaffirm that the two people before him are not two women or two men, but a male and a female. That's what same sex is all about. The word same. And you see that same sex. Sex means person, either a male or a female. Yeah, but they changed that to mean man and man, woman and woman, but you should understand it to mean man and woman. Even though they say same sex. Sex means a person. When you sign in form, you're filling in form, you'll see they have the portion that they say sex. Then they have male, female. So when you are a male filling that form, then you okay the male bracket or box. If you are a female, you okay the female, the bracket there. So it is taking toll, and it is good because it is forbidding. People will put that on human rights, on sexuality. They will argue that you should respect people's sexuality, how they want to lead their life, and they will bring God into the picture, use God as a justification for the acceptance, or that you should accept them. Meaning, they will say that God respects everybody, God loves everybody, so you should respect and love everybody, respect the person for who he is, what he wants to be, and all those kinds of things. But the very God said no. The very God condemned it. So most of these African countries, some of them are not totally Christians or entirely Christian. Some of them are, but according to the information, about more than 30 countries have placed a ban on it. When you see it like that, you know that God is working. And a country that has this always suffer the wrath of God. Take America and other countries, for example. Some of those massive earthquakes that you saw happening in America, in other places, those are God's punishment, God's judgment. When it becomes so chronic, God gives time and space for a country not to engage into those things that are referred to as abominable. Abominable means God's eyes can no longer behold it. So if the country continues to get involved into it and justifying, he allows punishment or judgment to come. Liberia must be careful. So that will be doing it for that. The first thing I should talk about here is to share with you the position of one of Liberia's religious leaders, which I think makes a lot of sense, and it is a wake-up call to the rational pastors, if not all of the pastors. There has been this misconception that most pastors have had, that pastors are not to engage in politics. Pastors are responsible only to preach the gospel, bring the people to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, and leave politics with the politicians. That is the concept that most pastors have had all around the world for more than 2-3 decades. And it became even stronger in recent times, recent years. So the ones who are coming up look up to the ones who have stayed in ministry for a protracted period. Because of their longevity in ministry, they assume that what they say becomes a dogmat. It is dogmatic, meaning it is a teaching or a principle that the rest of the people should follow. So because of their long stay in ministry, the ones who are coming up now see them as law and gospel. So they will tell them pastors should not engage into politics, should leave politics with the politicians, concentrate on the religious aspect of life, go in the church and preach. This misconception or this wrong piece of advice affected people over the time. Even pastors, bishops, apostles, all of them. And you tend to wonder how people will read and comprehend or understand the Bible when the Bible did not say, God did not say pastors should be speechless. The Bible is filled with several sins. God's prophet faced up, he allowed them to face up to the politicians. They were his mouthpiece. They were the one who was speaking for him. They were the intermediaries, just like the pastors are today. And God will look up to them to go to the kings and other people who were the politicians in their days and tell them the wrong, what was happening in this place. He will send Jeremiah, Habakkuk, Malachi, all of those people, Amos, and on and on. You see all of those in the Bible. And pastors will read those things, yet they would say that pastors are not to engage in politics. Here is the misconception that I sense of them. Most pastors fail to get the disconnect of being involved and speaking to what you see. Getting involved means taking on being a full-time politician and speaking against when you have the masses before you. That's the other. It is the latter that God himself said that you as the minister, that's what you do. And that's how he allowed his people to operate. None of the guys in the days of old, men and women of God, were ever involved or engaged in nuclear politics and became politicians. No. But they were under obligations. They were under obligation to speak against the ills of their day, because they had the masses before them, just as the pastors have the masses before them today. Secondly, every other thing that was happening in their days, they were not exempt from it. They were not exempt. They were not exempt. And there is this wrong conception again. Also, people think that when you are a pastor, then you are exempt. God protects you all through. That is not true. You are affected as a pastor. I'm laying the basis to go to this man's statement. You are a pastor, you are a church member, you are whoever. You are affected by everything society, directly or indirectly. Why? Because you are on earth. Where the church is, on earth. Where your members are, on earth. Elisha was a highly anointed man of God, very anointed. What carried Elisha under the ground? Societal issue. Elisha was very highly anointed, great man of God. That societal issue carried him on the ground. Did God say he was saving him? No. Why did God not? Because it was an issue for him to deal with. That's why God gave 5 senses. And if you are a pastor and say, it is now our responsibility, let's leave the thing with the people, and your members are being affected, people are being affected all over the place, everywhere. When you mute yourself, then it's bad. Family will be affected. You yourself will be affected. Getting involved, being a politician, is one thing. Using your pulpit where the masses, the multitude gathered. Jesus made maximum use of his pulpit. That means whenever he stood to talk, the masses gathered and he took advantage of it to tell them what they needed to know. Let me share with you a piece from Bishop Gadier Johnson. As far as my history is concerned, I think we got only two leading religious voices in this country now. Bishop Kotu Brown of New Water in the Desert in Broadville, and Bishop Joseph Gadier Johnson, head pastor, Restoration Baptist Church. These are the two voices we hear coming out. The rest of the voices, we're not pressing them to come out. We're not forcing them. We only saying, just as they have understanding of the time, so we too have understanding of the time. And all of us see exactly what God say you ought to do as pastors. Don't get involved. Don't become a politician, active politician in the nuclear politics, but you can stay where you are. The masses appear before you. You have everything available to you to speak. If your president isn't doing well, you got the responsibility to tell Mr. President that he isn't doing well. Just as the journalists sit on their radio station and talk to the masses, you, pastor, you have the same thing. There isn't any difference between you and the journalists on the radio. If there is any difference, according to God, is you can be seen holy, and the journalist in the radio station can be seen holy. Like how you're looking at me now. You can see my entire body, but you only see him from the chest upward. But two of us, the pastor has the masses before him. When the people gathered on Sunday or weekday, the masses are listening and watching. So there isn't any difference. God said, make maximum use. That's why he will send them. You will say, go to this place, go to that place. He ordered them. He looked at Jeremiah and said, go. This is what I need you to do in that culture. He was hesitant, but he has to go. He looked at Gideon. He said, move on. Go there. Israel is going through this. These are the dictatorial, tyrannical, despotic rulership I am seeing over there. Now I need you to go and deliver Israel from the fortresses of the Midianites. Look at Moses. Look at Malachi. Look at the rest of these guys. Go in there, you see it. God did not say that you get involved in politics, but he said speak against the issues. If it is right, say it. If it is wrong, say it. Don't be afraid. So our position is resonating. Thanks to Kings 88.5. It's resonating. Every day we provide insight. That's one of the things God said do. They will not accept it readily, but with time, they will see reason. So here is a piece I thought to share with you, very insightful, from Bishop Gadier Johnson, head pastor, Restoration Baptist Church. He said, pastors and politics. Why it is true that the church leaders should maintain an appreciable balance between their religious duties and political affiliations, completely staying away from politics is not the best approach. That's how he started. Did you get it? Let me go back. Why it is true, he said, that church leaders should maintain an appreciable balance between their religious duties and political affiliations, completely staying away from politics is not the best option. He said, every political decision made by the government or politicians affect the general public, which includes the church, families of pastors, and pastors themselves. It is therefore unrealistic to expect pastors to leave politics and politicians alone, while their congregation and families enjoy good as well as suffer bad political decisions. Compromised judicial institutions, legislative corruption, and arrangements that are centered around families and friends enriching themselves. Simply put, corruption widespread in the legislature. What will prevent a pastor from talking about that? Families and friends enriching themselves politically at the detriment of the people. He said, why can a pastor speak to that? And these are decisions taken, profiting themselves at the detriment of the very people who are in the church. And so, in his opinion, it does not make sense for a pastor to stay away from politics. He went on, we must continue to speak about all, not some, not few. We must continue to speak about all the issues that involve all of us. Everybody within this space called Liberia. And then he offered to share some guidance. He said, here are some potential dangers of church leaders avoiding politics altogether. Here are some potential dangers of church leaders avoiding politics altogether. 1, lack of advocacy for social justice. Church leaders have a moral obligation to speak out against injustices and advocate for the vulnerable. By avoiding politics, they automatically fail to address critical issues affecting their congregation, community, and the general public. 2, disengagement from civic responsibilities. Church leaders can only play a vital role in promoting civic engagement and encouraging their congregation to participate in democratic process. By staying away from politics, they might inadvertently discourage their members from fulfilling their civic duties. 3, missed opportunities for positive influence. Missed opportunity for positive influence. Church leaders can use their platform to promote values and principles that align with their faith, potentially influencing policy decisions and shaping public discourse. Avoiding politics, they might miss opportunities to make a positive impact. 4, and lastly, lack of guardians for congregation. Lack of guardians for congregation. Church leaders have a responsibility to provide. Church leaders have a responsibility to provide guidance and wisdom to their congregation on all aspects of life. All aspects of life. By not addressing political issues, they might leave their members without clear moral direction on important matters. And here is the conclusion of the piece. Having said this, it is essential for church leaders to navigate the complex relationship between religion and politics carefully, ensuring they maintain their religious integrity while engaging the broader community. Insightful piece by Bishop Joseph Gadier Johnson, the chair, head pastor, Restoration Baptist Church. That's it. Imagine if something sparked just now. You think it's going to be written on people's faces? CDC, Unity Party, MPC. No, everybody will start moving helter-skelter. If it happens at the weekend, what pastor will want to go to church? What congregation will want to assemble? They wouldn't. They will end up staying away, and it will affect the church. This is the time. If ever was a time for pastors to come out of their slumber, now is the time. Speak out. We are in a war of technology now. Thank God for technology. You see how God works. He makes it easy. See the guys out of Liberia. Look at Nigeria. The pastors here are so excited. They can be so motivated when David Oyedepo, Johnson Suleiman, and the rest of the guys engaging their government of the day, engaging what they see in society, the wrong. Archbishop Duncan Williams in Ghana. He is a moral, religious, political voice. He speaks out when the need be, because he knows that anything happens over whatever the decision they are taking, it affects the people. What good is having the masses before you and you can't guide them? That was the reason God had Moses and the rest of the people as intermediaries or intercessors. Moses will go to the people, and the people will put forth their concerns. Say, oh, this is how the situation looking. We're having this, we're experiencing that. And Moses will take it to God, and God said, go and tell them X, Y, Z. It is the same for the pastors today. The people see, the congregation see the pastors as intermediaries. That's why they're going to say, oh, Pastor, I want you to pray for me. Oh, Pastor, I want you to, all kind of funny thing. All right, that's it. Just thought to share that insightful piece with you. So the ceremony took place today, the dedication of the overpass or overhead bridge. So were we misled by CDC? Were we misled by CDC? Well, the people say that you did nothing around that thing. They say CDC did nothing. So I'm asking, were we misled? Because they say you did nothing. Absolutely, you did nothing. Everything was done from Ellen's administration. But we saw documents. We saw a signing ceremony taking place for the overpass or overhead bridge. But they said today that your government did nothing. So what you're putting out is not true at all. They said everything was initiated from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration. That's what they said. I want you to have a listen to the Public Works Minister at the groundbreaking ceremony today.
This project did not emerge within a vacuum. During the leadership of former President Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Ministry of Public Works, under the able leadership of Minister William Judy Moore, my former boss, with the support of the European Union, commenced a comprehensive study on minimizing traffic congestion during the peak hours along the Tubman Boulevard. And this took place at selected intersections, namely the Vermoma House intersection, Fish Market, VP Road, Catholic Junction, Nigerian House, the Ministerial Campus, where we are groundbreaking today, and the Eskady Boulevard, and also the LY Junction. This study underscored the urgency of finding practical solutions to address gridlock, ease mobility, and unlock economic productivity. It is precisely that visionary groundwork that laid the foundation for today's initiative, supported by the generosity of the People's Republic of China. As a result of those initial requests, we secured the commitment for the construction in 2016. These overpasses will be constructed at the Ministerial Complex and the SKT Boulevard Junction. Will not just be a giant bridge of concrete, as you will see, and steel, but two extended pieces of infrastructure designed to reclaim time that are lost in traffic congestion, improving road safety, and enhance efficiency in private sector and government's operation. This project is also expected to create about 150 to 300 jobs in both skilled and unskilled labor. This project symbolizes transformation, progress, and strengthening of the bond between Liberia and the People's Republic of China. As we're preparing to turn the sword, this investment will demand our collective responsibility. During construction, we must effectively manage the traffic, and that goes to all of the parties, safeguards the utilities that are within the corridor.
The Public Works Minister explaining, or did explain, how the overhead pass came into existence, that the Congress for Democratic Change government did absolutely nothing. It all originated from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Unity Party government. Let me share with you this. June 9, 2021. June 9, 2021. Ministry of Public Works, Republic of Liberia. The Ministry of Public Works released a statement to that effect. June 9, 2021. Liberia, China signed implementation agreement for construction of two overpass bridges. Two overpass bridges. Based on exchange of letters signed on June 9, 2019 by and through the government of the People's Republic of China and the government of the Republic of Liberia, the Chinese government has finally agreed to undertake the two China Aid Overpass Bridges project along the Tottenham Boulevard in Liberia. And then there is the pictorial of the former Public Works Minister Ruth Coker Collins and the Chinese ambassador. So they said today that you should not take any glory. They will not give you any glory. You deserve nothing because nothing originated from your government, the Congress for Democratic Change, but everything originated from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, their government then. That's why I thought to ask you that question to provoke you. But I know that it is a lie, that is not true. Under no circumstance that can be the reality. They are ashamed to give Weah credit for whatever he did. That's how hateful, divisive the culture is. Then one of their stalwarts in Mo Ali, soon after the Public Works Minister got through, hear what he said. CDC has no implementation mentality. They claim to have signed the implementation of the overhead pass in 2021, underlying the irony. They claim to have signed the implementation of the overhead pass in 2021, which I just read to you. They acknowledge that. Almost 5 years ago, the project is for 2 years, meaning they will have completed the project by 2023, the election year. That will have been a big boost for them in the election. Who wouldn't want to implement a project that will effectively give them an election? The CDC is lazy. They have no implementation mentality. They have no acumen for development, and they certainly have no vision. They could not even complete projects they inherited from us, meaning Ellen Unity Party. The CDC should be ashamed of themselves for constantly wanting to claim projects we are implementing. With this from one of their officials, Mo Ali, beginning tomorrow, I will bring the Public Works Minister who said today that everything originated in Ellen's time, and they say, and Mo Ali is saying that CDC should not be claiming projects they are implementing. When yesterday they said the same thing, the very gatings, most of these Unity Party officials, they forget about the past. They are not history driven. They are not retentive. They have a poor argument, to use his word. Gatings, all of the time, gatings appear on on Capital FM. When CDC people raised the issue, gatings will say, no, this was initiated by our government Unity Party. I was the minister, the deputy minister for public works, responsible for so and so. We'll have meeting with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf up to 9 o'clock. We initiated this. We initiated. CDC people then in government will say, no. Giddings and his people in opposition will say, we initiated. What wrong with somebody admitting when they initiate something? What wrong? Only the devil would not want to admit that this person initiated. But they want people to admit that they initiated it, when everybody knows they did not initiate it. So I will bring Giddings now, because when I told somebody, I just go allow the argument to move. So they think that, oh yes, they are the right people. Everything they do is right, and the other people, they are the bad people. They lie. So you hear Giddings getting vexed, even wanting to curse on the air. Why CDC in power at that time, and they were in position, and say CDC people should not claim this when they initiated it. But that was unfolded today at around the Congo town area. Bwaga went to get started Weah's project. You go up Uganda, and then say government a continuity, meaning somebody start. That what continuity is. Continuity is never without start. There should be a start to continue. So you go up Uganda, we seen pictures. If it was initiated by the Ellen's government, then what the United Party should be doing, that's the common sense that is required to convince people. You want to show you want to give pictorial evidence, just as CDC people are doing, they're sharing it. The signing ceremony between Ruth Coker Collins, former public works minister, and the Chinese ambassador then, and every other thing. That's how you convince people. But just saying we initiated in Ellen's time for the XYZ, it doesn't make sense. Nobody. Because you are not showing anything convincing. As usual, Bwaga will be there, but sorry, I can't bring you Bwaga voice, except that I can jump through some of the lines because he's always not clear at all. He's always not clear. Bwaga is only clear when he leaves this country. That tells you how bad of his office has never developed a good PA system. Bwaga is a deficiency. You go up Uganda, that's it. Everybody along the way come along with a deficiency. Bwaga is a deficiency. What that means is, naturally, he not a loud talker, then he has aged. So to get that kind of person sounding clear for you to understand him, you need about 3 or 4. How they call that mark they can put on you? 3 or 4. That is why when he out of this country, he's very loud. You think that 16 or 17-year-old boy talking. So today, nobody could get him clear. Again, nobody. How often you hear Bwaga voice on radio stations? They quote him more than they can play his voice. That would take me into this. Will take me into this one. Yes, the next pointer.
CDC let it kick in the Sept. And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear up.
So the time's too short now.
And that's what we're doing.
The time's too short.
We are intentional about lifting the economy, and that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC level in the Sept
and it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it out of there to bring it up.
It's easy to bust it from there.
My man, cement, you know, CDC let it kick
in the Sept tank.
In the Sept tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear up.
So the time's too short now.
And that's what we're doing.
The time's too short.
We are intentional about lifting the economy, and that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC level in the Sept tank,
and it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it out of there to bring it up.
It's easy to bust it from there.
My man, cement, you know, CDC let it kick
in the Sept tank.
In the Sept tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear up.
So the time's too short now.
And that's what we're doing.
The time's too short.
We are intentional about lifting the economy, and that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC level in the Sept tank,
and it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it out of there to bring it up.
It's easy to bust it from there.
My man, cement, you know.
I play it several times so that you can get the fool out of this man who calls himself senator. No disrespect, I am addressing him the right way. Some of you will think that I'm being unruly, but I'm being professional. I'm addressing him in a professional manner. I play it several times so that you understand and get the fool of the senator in him or the Unity Party person in him. Here is a man who said the economy under Weah was in the Sept tank. And then he went further to say, thank God we rescue. Hold on, you're about to hear that voice. When I tell you Unity Party people, they can forget. Not necessarily that God did not give anything retentive, but they just naturally dull. They forget history. They leave history behind. The man made fun of himself. They got absolutely nothing significant. They don't know how to convince. Here is a man in the senator who stood in the legislature, would give his colleagues all kinds of description. He would say all manner of things to them to the extent that the legislature was heated when he was in opposition. He would disrespect most of his colleagues, particularly those CDC legislators. Many times they were clutching. He would call them spineless. He would say all kinds of things to them because he was in opposition. Fast forward, the man who said they have rescue, the same man is saying that there is no time, admitting that nothing significant has taken place and attributing it to no time. Then he came to make the fun of himself, to bring the clown, the fool of himself with a laughter. Have a listen again.
CDC let it kick
in the Sept tank.
In the Sept tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent.
My people, for God, this man, you think he normal? You think this man normal? This is no disrespect. You know, when you look at a person and you oh God, listen again, listen, man, hey man.
CDC let it kick
in the Sept tank.
In the Sept tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the Sept tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement.
He admitted. The journalist said CDC, you said CDC level in a Sept tank. Granted. But then the journalist say 1 year, 6 months or more. It stay in the septic. Then he say you gotta use detergent. You gotta use this. You gotta use that. That's not mental madness. That's not psychosis. Somebody who is going crazy. You can be normal and you talk crazy thing and people wonder. Have you not seen a normal person? Then people ask and say, you normal? Meaning the things that you're talking, you understand yourself. You know that you're making fun, the fool of yourself, you're bringing out. You said you rescued that the next clip I'm about to play. They rescue the country. But then the economy stay in the septic and they're unable to take it out. But you say you have rescue. Rescue means you delivered. It means all of the problems that you have with the solution you came with, you have solved it. So you're on track. Oh, your God.
This is let it kick
In the septic tank.
in the septic tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the septic tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to.
Y'all listen to United Party Senator. The guy, sorry to say, but the guy is dull. He know. You think that street smart thing can work everywhere? When you think that you're too street smart, you can show the stupidity that is in you. You bring it out in no time. Listen.
Let it kick
In the septic tank.
in the septic tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the septic tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. CDC let it kick
In the septic tank.
in the septic tank.
And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the septic tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear it up. So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are intentional about you clear it up. So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time short now. And that's what we're doing. The too short now. And that's what we're doing.
He answered that question.
So the time's too short.
He jumped
now.
over
And
it.
that's what we're doing. The time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. It's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are intentional. So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are intentional. The time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are
The guy, the journalist, knew that he did not answer the question. So he brought it back. And that's why when you go to journalism workshops, interviewing techniques, these are one of the things. When you ask a question, you have to be sensitive to the interview or the interviewee. Don't allow the interviewee to bully you. 2, secondly, you got to guide against slanting. Slanting is where when you ask a question, instead of the person going directly to answer it, then they move on to another thing, acting like they are so smart. And if you're not keen, they will pass that now and go to another thing. Then a whole conversation or within that area is empty. That's what they call bully. So the guy, seasoned as he is, he asked him 2 times. Meaning, you have to answer the question directly. Don't run away.
So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are clear up. So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are intentional. So the time's too short now. And that's what we're doing. The time too short. We are intentional about lifting the economy. And that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC level in the septic tank.
And it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it. CDC level in the septic tank.
And it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to CDC level in the septic tank.
And it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to CDC level in the septic tank.
And it's still there.
Cemented. And we try to bust it out of there to bring it up. It's easy to bust it from there. My man, cement,
Unity Party Senator, today, he can never talk. You know why? He's getting 25,000, 45,000, 75,000. Somebody said, I don't know, but a couple of weeks ago, somebody from Badness, they said he has left, built a house in no town on Rehab Highway because they were almost all the government officials, past, present, they are. They were so named former government avenue. Have a listen to the next one. years back.
First thing, our economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy, I was not convinced. Mr.
Did you get it? He admitted years back. This is during CDC's time. He said the economy was in the septic tank. Then he went further to conclude by saying, thank God we rescued the economy from the hands of George Weah and his gangs. They can forget.
First thing, our economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy, I was not convinced. The economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy, I was not convinced. First thing, our economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy, I was not convinced. First thing, our economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy, I was not convinced. Mr. Economy is in a septic tank. It is in a complete state of disarray. And anybody who's coming to seek to revive the economy.
CDC let it kick in the septic tank. In the septic tank. And in 1 year, 8 months, it's still in the septic tank.
Yeah, you got to take something that is kicked like cement. You got to use detergent. You got to use solvent. You got to break it down. You got to water it. You got to before you clear it up.
So they sound too short now.
And that's what we're doing.
They sound too short.
We are intentional about lifting the economy, and that's what we're doing. But where the economy, CDC left it in the septic tank,
and it's still there,
cemented, and we try to bust it out of there to bring it up.
It's easy to bust it from there.
My man, cement didn't.
That's it. I'll leave it with you. But listen, the guy, they just don't have anything to say. Unity Party is gradually sinking. Unity Party is sinking. They're not making significant strides. No. They think they are smart and they can outweigh your sensitivity. That's why they're coming out with all of these things. I should tell you, if you are observant, do you know that the class reloaded is gradually fading? They are losing fame, that attention they had initially when they were coming. People are getting tired now. They thought that they were going to pull down their rivals, face the issues, and spoon talk, because these are the shows in the night that get the entire country at a standstill. So they thought that, oh, look, okay, let rival face the issues and spoon talk. Since these guys are, prior to our coming in, were the guys who had the entire country under their control in the night. What happened is gradually fading. They're getting tired. Why? Because they're not really convinced that they're sending the message across. What they are sending across is not really resonating with the people. Secondly, most of the people who got on the show, they were looking for a job. Who does not want government job? So they went on the show so that the president will hear them, other ministers who are not on the show, listen to them. Buaka appointed one of the lady who 24/7, even if she saw Buaka stabbing somebody in the back broad day, she would say, no, it wasn't the president, it wasn't Buaka. Called Bintu, on Bintu Salif, Fatima Bintu Salif. Buaka appointed her as Deputy Minister for Urban Affairs, Ministry of Internal Affairs. So what happened? She off. But that's not really the issue. they don't have the ability to really convince. Moreover, they don't have time in their favor. So they will come up with all of these things so that they get you talking, distracting you from the real issues, but we will keep you on track. When they bring it, we expose them. When they lie, we expose them. Don't worry. Just thought to share that with you. Today, do you hear DeLong calling anybody spineless in that legislature? The entire legislature, what did Musa Ability say? The entire legislature is corrupt. Liberia's problem is the legislature. But one day, no one knows the future. One day, the citizens of this country will rise up in bravery and march onto those people over there. They will run here and there. And that will be the end. And you saw what happened in Indonesia. The people exercised patience for long. They were using all of their political talk, all of the political whims and all kinds of stuff. When the people got tired, and you saw what happened a couple of days ago in the march, when the people got tired in Kenya, and you saw it, one day, God himself will empower the people. They will move on that place called legislature. That place, that Liberia's curse. Your country is not developed because of that place. That is the curse. That Liberia curse there, that legislature. Everyone that goes over there, what they can get in their pocket, feel comfortable riding luxurious cars. Yet the resources of the country, they put it at the disposal of the foreigners. They are depleting Liberia resources. They were in shame. Shameless people. Fellow African. A Nigerian. Akiyemo Adesina, the African Development Bank president, he is a Nigerian. The man comes, looks in Bouaka face, and the rest of the legislature and everybody say there is no reason, he sees no reason why Liberia is still underdeveloped. A country that has vast natural resources far above any country of the world. And they were sitting there, they still don't have the guts, no shame, nothing breaking their conscience. The country rescued. But what happened? He said the country, the honor Weah, the economy was in the Sept 10. This time around, honor Bouaka, the economy is in the pocket of the lawmakers, the executive ministers, everybody. Look at the people. Look at what happened in our finance ministry. That government there, he can account for 2.8 million United States dollars. GAC came out 78. Over 2 million. GAC said no trace. They tear document, the brain document, so nobody will know how the money is being used. Bouaka said yesterday, no business as usual. But it is the common, it is the normal business as usual. It is the normal in a unity party government. You hear any one of the ministers saying anything? You hear any legislator saying anything? This government is 10 times corrupt than the CDC government they accuse. I know it for a fact because we've been here, we see it. They should be ashamed of themselves to even be talking against people today. Look at what's happening in the government. Look at what's happening. The next one that you're coming to see that fighting because the power struggle is evolving now. Hey, y'all hold on. Y'all hold on. We're waiting for that area. Y'all hold on. We want to get the y'all hold on. Y'all will laugh in the time. It's sorrowful, but I say y'all will laugh from opposition perspective. Y'all hold on. It's coming out. So look at now. In the past, the president never took financial responsibility that a finance minister should handle to a vice president. The first time in the history of this country, the first time we've seen this, took most part of the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, who is a trained economist, both in Liberia and out of Liberia, would take vast portion of his responsibility and give it to the vice president. Boaka took the man who say, "Oh no, we are the country in a Sept." Look at the irony. Boaka told Gafuan by action, "You have done nothing. The economy is sinking, going down." So let Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, whom I have placed my trust in, whom what Jesus said about God said about Jesus, in whom I am well pleased. Let Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, in whom I am well pleased, take over. And then he gave him 45 days. Between this week and next week, Jeremiah Kuhn should be reporting on the stabilization of the economy. Instead of Gafuan doing that, Boaka looks in Gafuan's face by that action to say, "You know anything that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was helping you. Supporting price control, price stability, exchange rate. You know, you can stabilize the economy. Look how it's looking." So Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn take over, and I gave you 45 days. Isn't that a disgrace, a shame to Gafuan? If I were Gafuan, I would pack my bag and go and leave. Then he's sitting here kind of on a Weah. They go the economy in the Sept. Oh, we are left everything with the financial people. We have never took any responsibility from Samuel Twe and gave it to Vice President Joel Howard Taylor to handle economically, because he knew the man he appointed. You cannot give a person a responsibility and then you micromanage the person. It means you trust the person's ability. So it means that the person will just be there just for the name. And that's what Gafuan looking. Gafuan is a nominal. It's a nominal minister, nominal finance minister. He's been micromanaged. Jeremiah Kuhn is just a mere businessman. He's not an economist, not a trained economist. Nobody ever agree with him. Ask people who are seasoned in that area. Ask them, explain this thing to them. You know how many people behind the scene condemned Boaka action when that thing came out? And the argument was, you can't take such responsibility of the Minister of Finance, who is a trained economist, the technician, the technocrat, and put it on the lap of a mere businessman called Vice President simply because he's Vice President. When he does not know, the economy is not about mere business, not because you're managing one room or you get a store. Means you understand all of the factors economically that you can stabilize the economy. No, you're talking about variables here. You're not talking about experience. It's not experiential knowledge that stabilizes an economy and gets it growing. No, it is the variables, and you have to be schooled to understand the variables called the factors. Vice President Kuhn knows it. And the 45 days about to expire, fine. Let's see, after the 45 days, let's see whether the economy will leave the Sept. And Dillon says, in a Sept, doll of a senator, you got one. You go into 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. This season economy from any country, but then getting 2-3 weeks, they'll stabilize Liberia's economy. How have they been happy? All of them have created problem for Gafuan. These very senators and representatives, look at the money they use over the time between 2024 and 2025. They cannot account for it. They depleted the budget in no time. Gafuan was here having meeting from one end. How you call it? How you call that meeting? How did he name it? He said deep dive. Deep dive. Wasting his time. Going from ministry to ministry and say he's talking about deep dive, about this and that to stabilize the economy. Just look at Gafuan. I said, Chief, I get great deal of respect for you. I know Gafuan very well. you know that I'm a man. But I want him to be in that thing. If I were Gafuan, I would pack my bed. You're sitting down there, you get your good job, managing several countries. Then you leave it to sit down in it. Oh God, Damn. That curse on us or what? When anyone doing all kind of funny thing here, what the Anthony say, madam, they your economy here, the Angela Bene, I see it being stable anytime soon. Saying you won't give me chance to do my work. I wash my hand, yeah. I see you. I'm going back to the IMF. When she went back, they promoted her. They gave her added responsibility. See what she's doing on the international scene. What did Samuel Twice say? His last press conference he had, or his press conference in the not too very past. He said it would take any finance minister between 12 to 13, 14, 15 years to stabilize the economy. Meaning what he saw. And you somebody who's school in the area, scientifically, the man was very scientific. He said it would take the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years for a finance minister to settle this problem that Liberia has. The man who school in the area, Gafan school in the area. Then you take the responsibility from him. You give it to vice president who just been doing business, songing away, so I never sat in class doing economic class to know all of those things. The man who sat in a class, who trained himself. Yeah, sorry for Gafwan, man. Yeah. Gafwan just a nominal. He is a nominal minister. That's how Gafwan is. Gafwan is just a nominal minister. All day he's just talking, trying to make himself relevant, trying to give the impression that, yeah, he's the finance minister, but he's not the finance minister. The vice president is the finance minister. The vice president as well. You know what it means when the president takes a responsibility, vast portion of your responsibility as minister of finance, as string economist, and give it to a mere businessman. Forget about the vice president being a vice president, but he's not schooled in that area as compared to the economist. And that you take the responsibility from the economist and give it to a mere businessman, and then you say on the basis that this man here, the vice president, had been successful in business. Oh God. This country. Let's get to the line, man. What? So the vice president should be reporting between this week and next week. You hold on to that, your market in your diary. Let's see. When the vice president reports, let's see the economy. So let's agree for their discussion sakes to bring the fool of them. Yeah? Let's agree the economy is still in the Sept 10. So let's see how they're going to bring it up. When the economy gone deep sea, it's no longer in the Sept 10. No. Unity Party care the economy all the way deep sea. All the way. And what kind of diver that you need to go down there? They're stealing all over the place. They're building houses. They're buying houses. They're ripping the economy apart. Then there's one here called Senator, spineless Senator. He introduced that word to us. We didn't know the word. So if you unit party person, if you get vexed, you will fall down and die because vexation, anger, hurt will throw you down. Your senator said it yesterday. Yesterday, he was very vocal. Today, you can hear about the light. So you should be asking your senator, he's the light now, he's still the light? And yesterday, he said he was the light? The man, the money powerful. When you pull, you can sound so pleasant. When you get money, once you join inside, forget it. Oh, yesterday we couldn't hear our ear. Spineless. Calling his colleagues all kinds of names, saying all manner of things against them. Today, he has the guts to say the economy stay in the Sept 10. Shameless man of a senator. No shame. If he had conscience, he would never ever say that. the economy stay in the Sept 10. I see why, man. Martin say the web brown shoe, black size, yellow, green, colorful size. Yeah, man. What can I mean? So the economy in the Sept 10. You can take it from there now. You know how many months, how many you gone 1 year, going to 2 years. Today, we are in September, October, November, December. So technically, you're gone 2 years. You're gone 2 years. And you can't do anything, or you are bragging all over the place. People couldn't hear the ear bragging. Yeah, you are. You're talking about the economy stay in the Sept 10. You're even shame. You should be talking about economy in Sept 10 at this time. Should you? You should be telling the people how the economy has revived. You stay talking about future. You will. You will. You will. Should you be saying you will at this time? You should be reporting to the people. Progress. They ain't gonna talk about. No, Messi, what kind of light?
You heard that, Delo. Which kind of light are you talking about? The LED light or the jack-o'-lantern light? So people that go to the legislature to seek their personal interests, while vast majority of the people suffer. That, Delo. Which kind of light are you talking about? The LED light or the jack-o'-lantern light? So people that go to the legislature to seek their personal interests, while vast majority of the people suffer. This has been happening for 177 years. When will our people break away from poverty? All of us should start pondering over this question. But which kind of light are you talking about? The LED light or the jack-o'-lantern light? So people that go to the legislature to seek their personal interests. Which kind of light are you talking about? The LED light or the jack-o'-lantern light? So people that go to the legislature to seek their personal interests. Which kind of light are you talking about? The LED light or the jack-o'-lantern light? So people that go to the legislature to seek their personal interests, while vast majority of the people suffer. This has been happening for 177 years. When will our people break away from poverty? All of us should start pondering over this question. But we've been poor for 177 years, even though we have abundant natural resources. But when will we break away? You have a legislature, for example, we expose these people. You know, there are many reasons, too many mistakes. And the mistakes can be piling up. Then you be telling all your exercise patient, your way. Yeah, we will wait, but we have to check these mistakes. The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. The legislature is corrupt. The legislature is corrupt. The legislature is corrupt. The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. Amen. Is this rescue mission? Are they rescuing the people or they are rescuing their pockets? The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. Amen. Is this rescue mission? Are they rescuing the people or they are rescuing their pockets and purses? How can you even assign your coke? You take your coke from your heart, you carry your coke to the retreat. The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. Amen. Is this rescue mission? Are they rescuing the people or they are rescuing their pockets? The legislature is corrupt. Check your senators. You sharing almost 500,000. 500,000. Public school teachers at the university have not taken pay for 3 months. Amen. Is this rescue mission? Are they rescuing the people or they are rescuing their pockets and purses? How can you even Assign your cook.
No, the economy in a separate 10, Chief. In a separate 10. In a separate 10. You're a separate. Your man say in a separate 10. Say we are put the economy in a separate 10. So yeah. So we agree, yeah? We agree to agree with your stupidity. We accept. So where it is now, look at the economy. Look at what is unfolding. Look at how businesses are tight. People are complaining. People thinking how they will get their children in school. Some of them have already made a decision to wait for the next semester. When they have to, one will go this semester. When they get money, then the other one go. If they have 4 or 5, then 2 will either wait for the next school year, or 2, 3 will wait. I told you of the professor, a friend, my friend, were together last week. Last week, he was looking for a place to get late money to go and pay his children's school fee. He started complaining. That is not easy. And he didn't even know whether he was going to complete everybody. Meaning, if things continues the way it is, then 1 person or 2 persons will have to sit and wait. Can you imagine? Somebody who teaches at the university level, let offer there, they're on strike. For months, they have not taken pay. Several places. Some of the people in government ministries, they are feeling the pinch, but they're keeping it within. Why are all of these things happening? Because the economy is dead. Honor the Unity Party government. Why you hear this man and other people talking? Because they have it. So they don't care. He's telling the people, and other senators and representatives, when you hear them talking this way, they're telling the people that they are stupid. People are groaning in their hearts. Nothing happening. Businesses not moving. Things just not working. But the politician will always feel comfortable because they have it in their pocket. They can afford. Their families are not suffering. You think Dillon House is dry? You think the other senators and representatives, the speaker, deputy speaker, you think their houses are dry? You think their children, their family members are complaining? No. Because they have it. So he's talking this crap because he's not feeling it. Nobody of his family feeling it. He's telling the rest of the people that they are stupid. Yesterday, he was telling his colleagues they are spineless. Today, Dillon telling your Unity Party people you're stupid. When he said the economy is staying in a Sept, they're trying to take it up. Look at the money they've been using over the time. Look at GSC report, read GSC report. Look at how many millions the legislature just used in no time. Oh yeah, the economy in a Sept, we are put it there. So he's saying we can take it all, let be there. That the excuse we'll be using while we're getting rich. And somebody said he built house on the highway, he finished with it. In no time he there. He's very seldom or only once in a while he goes in Badnersville. Oh no. Sorry for your Unity Party callers and be defending. You'll be defending them. You'll be defending while you're getting poor. You're the mayor. He is our colleague. He is our colleague. Nobody wants illness. Nobody wishes illness. It is natural. It is supernatural also. But you also want to look at it from a political side too, because listen, people, you can look at one group of people and say, oh, you damn them. As if everything would be well. Yeah, friend Lobo there. Friend Lobo sick. Friend Lobo can't, he jumped behind them. Friend Lobo, when we're at Capital FM, Friend Lobo used to go there all of the time. Oh, my man, this and that. He talking all kinds of things. He say, President Weah, I said in the newsroom, he talking this and that. He say, oh yeah, we're talking from one end to another. Fast forward, Weah is off the scene. Friend Lobo starts saying all manner of things against Weah government. We are this, we are this, we are not that. We're all kind of things. He jumped behind Unity Party. Why it is true that is right? Yeah. They're not willing to help him. They're not willing to come to aid. People on social media putting his ill pictures all over, seeking assistance. The Press Union of Liberia, I think they have initiated a scheme by which people can solicit money. There are coups there. Bad not say coups, risks of life for Unity Party. Today, if she has not gone under the ground, she's going under the ground. You had the other woman there. How they call herself Kopo, or some Bombo. She complained yesterday they were all around with them. Today, when she called, none of them can pick up their phone again. They didn't even want to hear her voice again. Because they are enjoying now. Politicians will only use you to achieve their goal. Once they get it, you are insignificant, you are rat, you are roach, you are nothing. They and the family, comfortable. Today, Dillon stay telling you that the economy is in the Sept term. Stay shifting blame. Oh, yes? The man telling you the economy now in the Sept term, we aren't finished, we are done. They rescue the economy. He's telling you Unity Party people, that you people were stupid to elect them. Now they are using you. They use you, meaning he's telling you they use you as the springboard to get what they want. Now they inside. And you see how they enjoying? Oh, that's what Bernie Spears say. They want us to think stupid. But we in the opposition, we're not stupid. But they see you to be stupid people. They use you. They accomplish their aims. I heard a friend, very good friend of mine, almost every day we're together. What did he say? That he finding it difficult he wants to get in government, to get a late thing. But it's hard. People pushing him here and there. He's getting tired. His own government that he used to be screaming. All of his veins showing, say he defending, yelling. Defending Unity Party. He tired now. He can hardly talk and say, no, continue. Oh, man. Let's go this way first. Then we get to you people, yeah? Oh, yes. That's it. They told us things would be easy. They told us things would be cheaper. They told us things would be okay. What do you see is the irony of the reality. They enjoying why you feeling the pinch. But they told you that things will be cheaper. They told you that they've rescued. They told you everything will be okay. Yeah, you are. Right now, it's affecting everybody. Everybody. What so? That's it. Let's get to you the rest of the time for you. But you want to go straight to the point? 1, 2. Cut your radio off before you call. If the radio is loud, cut you off, you will not come on again. Because when you keep the radio on and call, that sound runs in the earpiece and it can affect the ear. You see me? Those of you who are following it on the screen, you see the earpiece? That's how I understand myself and understand you. As I'm talking, I'm hearing myself. So when you call, the same way. But if the radio is loud, the sound runs straight in the ear. So cut your radio off. Everybody will listen to you. You don't have to listen to yourself. Let's go. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Matthew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Tabu Rasta, joining you for HM.
Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, they told us they were going to be. They told us I was in a separate tent, that are going to take it from the separate, but now they say it's in the separate. They say it's still kind of fake Jago Lanto. They say well, in the separate, but now saying the telling us say it's still in the separate, so they need to boss it. You see that phone saying what making out after the GSC said the GSC was established by law, but today the GSC losing its credibility. When it comes to value, can you imagine the GSC did 102 release? Today, say that what release that report today, say for drug government agency today up to now, we just get one junta speaker who call himself junta speaker and get their city in Nigeria and Mumu. Same like when people will learn that, oh, say we're video. Thank you, I said, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, I'm calling from the Township West Point.
Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, the economy, we are living in a separate time. But the cleaner is saying a separate time. They were in a separate time, and they will pay one representative to move one speaker, they pay 25,000 United States dollars to move one speaker, they don't want to move. And all that time, the separate time, the economy was in separate time, then they're taking our money, they're carrying it to all countries, and they're saying the separate time we are living there. All the money, what they need, stop taking it from. The way they say they're not she. They're not that shit. Down you don't want to win that shit here. Oh, my God, so on. You were one baby, my t-shirt here. And I said, the shot was selling right side. I said, I will see moving on. What you say about it now, honorable? He said, I will come and pull right there to black the sea. One year now, he almost 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He can't come and pull it right there. A more girl so fun, a ton. More. Then you talking as super now. Now you talk what time more. Now you want to talk. You talk 4 years more. You down below. It's super. They learn. What they learn. I will get you. They learn them to Jaco Lanta. Oh, the blood shopping. You will say you are coming to go 400 for all the pay salary in Monsanto. What money? And not that between question. You don't know who government. They don't want to take care of government. They can't avoid saying government. So we still our resources, our benefit to care us. No money, no medicine in the hospital. No road. We are project. They take it to be a project. What they not see so. They don't say that in your head. Much on your head. They not see. They don't know your brother can go people like they can eat it. Now I understand how I talking about here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother.
Hello?
Hey, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Well, this is Enoka, the visually effect. I give it for the fire.
Yeah, my man. The people right to express themselves, my man. The people right.
Oh yeah. You know, it's just too much, my brother. You know, can you imagine the guy is playing from all of Nigerian people situation? That how you doing? You know, a serious man senator is that what you're supposed to do? Can you imagine that? So that's it. They deserve that. You know, but kudos to the pastors that are coming up, and we have been crying for almost 2 years now, and putting up the issue that they needed to come up, because it's just important that yes, it's good that you maintain your neutrality, but it is very much important to speak up, because what happened in this country, it affects everybody. As you speak, some of them it will be real. The bad governance of this particular government, you heard about the president, the black guy, it's affecting every sector. What is happening to the offering? What is happening to the tar? I was telling somebody when we were having the show, I attend church income. So they spend not less than $10 US transportation, offering, maybe buy surgery and other small things around the church on Sunday. So why it's time to come down here, I get dry out on me, I get a food, I need to go happy to the offering. My offering is taking it away from the basket. So it's just important that we tell these people that you are perceiving wrongly, especially the legislature. Why you don't tell them that you need to do the right thing? They fight wrong here for about 8 months. We couldn't hear from nobody. The judiciary that he's talking about, completely private and not enter the judicial sector. So we pray that, we hope rather, that most of them will now wake up to the reality and that they will join their voices to the order that are coming up, so that the people can know that the relationship community are speaking up quickly to the public work minister. Look, the guy just told us about commitment. Commitment It's different from sourcing the form, signing the contract, doing the design for the bridge. Who did all that? Did you see Baka signing anything? Did you see Baka in meeting with the Chinese president, the president we have did to make a commitment? So how can you explain a commitment, how the feasibility was done? You didn't tell us when the signing took place. How much did it secure at that time? How did they do the design of the bridge? Because that was done under Mambutu Nyupam, his soul rights in peace. They designed. It was only because of some diplomatic hindrance that brought some delay in the implementation coupled with the COVID-19. But it's just needful that you recognize people want to do good things, but you can't lie to us because we are on top of our game. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hello, Sam Andrew.
Yes.
This is my we're calling from Pentos Fish. Hey, Andrew, let me tell you, you don't be making our name famous. You can get talking so you will be one. That man shameless. He gets you say, oh, don't lay it. Don't lay it. That man we see so. Don't lay it. You listen to the journalists. The journalists were laughing at him for that when you were talking. Shame on him. While he's thinking out of what he was saying. That man gets sense. We blame the other people on the other side, they made him to be somebody today. That's why one more we're looking at that open for. You hear me? That's why more open for that one more we're getting no tea in fact. That's why open for. But you don't go ahead, boss. I tell you thank you, Papa.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and Peter David Council from the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion this afternoon. Mr. Sam Andrew, you say Waka Unity Party is characterized as a group of individuals that are faced with a serious comprehensive deficit. And Mo Ali is an exceptional. Let me tell you, we are at this time, we were delegating and the project, we were celebrating project, not and the real groundbreaking. What it did today is not groundbreaking because we are did a groundbreaking for that particular overhead bridge ever since. So what it did today was what a real groundbreaking. And my message to them is that we need to start under this particular process because they are undermining the eyes because they create and a particular environmental hazard. How will government officials who came to rescue will be celebrating a real groundbreaking? That's complete naivety on the part of Unity Party and their supporters. That credit to all that these guys get team brain. In terms of development and implementation, nothing is going to work. That particular overhead bridge, real groundbreaking that they did today, is not going to come to actualization on a just a mob worker because it lacks the mental capacity, it lacks the negotiation and the mentality to even bring that to actualization. Trust me today. And to Dillon, I think Dillon have just admitted to failures. And that's why he said the economy was started. And he said they have cemented it. So we have put it in the toilet. And today, just like Mabuaka put his name over it. So for it to come out of it is a very complicated situation. So that's admitted to failure. Dillon have just exposed the communication to the Liberian people. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Senator.
Yeah.
Calling from Johnsonville. Thank you very much, my brother. I can appreciate the pastor like just spoke what you talking about that they are speaking now. If I want to appreciate people, I appreciate the journalists that making the country peaceful. I will say thank you. Because if I'm young to make the country peaceful, to talk to all that our peace, then we go to the battle to the north to vote the comment out. The time there are different things in the country because there's no pastor in the country, no churches in the country here. Because the men of God, look what I said, men of God appreciate pulpit to it we are done. They are not saying they're talking again. They can't criticize because they know the men are the bit of power. When the men feel that people we are suffering in our houses, our children are going to school. We're not even ready for our children, and they know it, but they keep their more close. So I'm appreciating it. I will appreciate all the journalists that keeping the country peaceful. I will say thank you. And secondly, they don't say, President, we have put economy in a separate cement only. But now,
They are economy in a DC. Because DC, nobody can go to DC. They are paying the economy and you never pay the economy in a DC. That even the person can take it off. Even Capuan can take it off. Nobody will take it off. They are set in a DC. See, swallow a on the ground. That even a shark can't see it. So now that say we in a separate in a separate, you can put a separate, you will move for inside, you bring car, you will move for inside, but they are in a DC. So the shit and the know that people suffering, they're not able to say anything you quote them more that when you swallow the cigarette, you pass through the ear, that is big on the ear more. They can't come in the separate shame. Can't tell again. Need a reason to make the election already for point because the educated people, I say educated people, you know, now they are more close and because they disgrace and the members disgrace to them. So I said, God, take you in the journey for the country and you want to get peace in the country. It's not the pastor that the pastor that in the country, let's see them more close. So to the number president, we will see any pastor open their mouth to speak. Any pastor open their mouth to speak, we will declare death for them in the country. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon, Chief. Hello.
Okay. There is now there is family. I try to discussion with Mika Maki.
Change your location. Where you are. Where you are, work from there. You're not too clear.
Oh, okay. I'm in the north. Okay. I'm clear now?
Much better.
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. You see, this party that you try to military party, this party is what the people possess when it comes to corruption. There's no way that it can be for corruption in this country. Can imagine, Mr. Sept, after the war, is when the United Party became loose. When they come forward, they accuse the Nigerian Brian of being corrupt. But I was surprised in this country, Mr. Sept Andrew, they are all Auditor General of John Madu, they met to take them corrupt. Okay? And then they said, man, it was justified for this current president at the end of the third year when he said the squander of authority. They didn't come at all. But he did a difference of corruption. John Madu's statement was justified by Joseph Bakai that the squander of authority at the beginning of the regime. Somebody said, John Madu said that they were 30,000 corrupt. At the end of that regime, somebody again justified the statement. The man said that it was the squander of authority.
All right, Chief. Sorry, your line not that clear.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
You are on the air.
Yeah, you tell Andrew, how you doing?
Fine.
Tell Andrew, elaborate. I don't know if they were really thinking well to vote this government into power because I don't know what they're really thinking on. And to be frank, they voted the wrong government, seriously, because the government that was in power before was the right government that was doing things for the people. But they just sat there and did their own thing, and then now we all are feeling it. Now, back to Mr. Darrell DeLong, he ain't got like in Maserati anymore. You obligated to Grand Bassa and he building a house in Kingstown so you can run a senator in Grand Bassa, but waiting for you to come. Because we get you the money at the end of the day, we're throwing out. So then you guys forget about that one because Maserati happens to a Grand Bassa, you go in line. Go to Kingstown and building out there. So you can run Grand Bassa, a senator for Grand Bassa. So that one, then you just forget it. So let me have a because 2029 is out. So that one, you just forget it. So anything you want to say, you are talking because all of frustration now. Thank you.
Hello.
Sam.
Yeah.
How you doing, my brother?
Fine.
On the doctor, ambassador on the line this evening with you. Let me say thank you, bro. You said it all. I don't want to stream myself on Zero. I want to ask Zero what was 5,000. What you promised us, citizen was voting for Zero. Can you imagine? Sam Andrews. Can you imagine? You were to Capital FM. I need to call that. These are so beyond the law, will go for the law. Let's put it all well. The last all farm will go for the law. And they don't catch it there and say, oh, when your mother born you, that you vote for me. That you rejoice in it. The citizens, they listening. When they pay them boss, they put in the nonsense so they will go into today. They put in the thing. They make it say you were saving the state, save the state. They were behind them and say, I want to be they were mean to them. Then we're going to the long wing. We put everybody off. The police probably okay, oh, you can't give it all. They don't say they flow in separate thing. So the way it today. You seem to say, hey, because what you told them before, what you are doing, you're going to do in the hall, and you're going to shine it on the table, not on the table. So they can't shine no more. They are taking to darkness. Anyone can tell your fault. Anyone can hear your tell your fault. You and your girlfriend, they tell your fault. They go about their business. No more talking. Yeah, enjoy the one you say. I say, but we are sorry for talking about private jet. You told we are sorry. What we say about the law? Yeah, can't stop us. We need laugh on the law. The law, the mentor, you say the law, I'm going to get they for laugh. When you want laugh for the law, I will fall back. So, telling you beg, telling everybody beg, the point you see your children working one side, they will boss. That they want to buy the coin, they come to you. They don't want them to husband, they buy the clothes. When you just want that, you don't have clothes to wear. All close to the grade of the law. That is the way we see here when the hand boy, but the hands on hand for. That's not looking at they will making far today. He blocking out what they play. But I believe the law, I believe the unified school out, voted for the law for our star. So they climb on the law. But that's not on the law, I mean, therefore in a mess. And so the issue on there, I know, and what on uniform, why I know, why is the inside of calling the foreign minister. Me, I call uniform. Then you go ask my brother to my big brother to then you go ask him. They have be or to a channel. Then you go ask him how can you be or a channel. Is it not free? Come on, you. Do I have one a channel? Why looking at shit? You do I see that for this one or a channel there? That thing in that way, hey. That's for nothing. You ask to it. What ask to it? What in your head? You got small brains. So you want to be how the foreign minister? What? You cry, you know the money left the place. What was suffering outside? I was just going in your pocket.
All right, my sister. Thank you. Hello.
Sam.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my dear brother.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is the voice of Idrissa. Yeah, Sam, you know, there's just a sad time for our nation for a billionaire to be having voice in our country. Below, that guy who couldn't even write his name properly, to spell his name properly, say, or half a billionaire. That billionaire tasted power now. They are being overwhelmed by their power. It just sad. Amen. Billionaire was literally a skeleton. Billionaire, that man was very empty and dry creature. Or billionaire Senator Joe. That they treating the Liberian people were God there. You know, Sam, we always pray to the Almighty that the minute time okay, will finish. We get a long way to go. But Dillon is not a serious element. I mean, it's functional illiterate. So you don't mind Dillon, you don't make it big because same side coming for that man. You don't wait right down here Dillon, same side coming for him. You kick it out. Just watch it, Sam. You getting me, Sam?
All right, Chief. Thank you.
Yeah, let me say this.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hear you.
Man. Low where that new friend man, he laughed with it up on me, and mad and chewing there. You said you were very so good at horses. Yeah, what we say this. You can't do that, man. They help you. You tell your man, say you are going to be there. They bring Jacola a ball. You bring Tally there. A Anya Rotte a pot. Wow, I want $5,000. And I bring it here there. When they get about that, they will start in the room, vote for them. That when you bring it, they said nothing. That I want to put a cat. You go, man. Then I want a question. They may some, they found me some. Then why you doing here? Why you coming to that person? President. So that you get all people, I will get all people now.
Now the vice president will get a report, my best thing. Yeah. The president said the vice president must do the finance minister work. So the finance minister, the finance minister sitting down. That the vice president now will go and tell the whole country how the economy looking. Then government will be there. He will be sitting down listening to the vice president.
Yeah, Marco.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I hear that the finance minister also be telling the country how the economy looking. But Boaka say the man know nothing, so he take it from him, get to Vice President Kun.
How you are outside to give it to the man? You got a map for that, but also say money in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the man can talk truth. The man can talk truth. So they really let him be about that Unity Party man. And you see, and the way he left his job from all the way in one big country, he can't sit down here. So all that one that what they looking at, and most of the people in the government, most of the ministers then that he made. But then Boaka not really satisfied with him. When the boss man take the job from you and get to another person, it means that you're doing what they want you to do. Yeah. Moreover, when you truthful, because government been talking the truth along the way. So they say no, they may make a different intention. You want to be president. Yeah. They say the man want to be president. And that's true. Government want to be president too. Jamaica want to be president. Yeah, you know, so that the fighting inside. Man, they say that the fighting inside, not easy. Government, 2029, let all the operate for long left. You're government. Government, you yeah. Government won't be president.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why is that guy money? Why is that the money?
All right, my busy.
Yeah, the poor. I know the boy. Why me now? Nothing. I think we have better money there. Who play football?
Far better.
Yeah, we have better far. Have a professor of be working.
All right, my busy.
People, you're eating. But one day you're family.
Exactly. Thank you, Mama. Have a nice day. Hello.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, I can't agree with you. You're the overman, my president. Yeah, I got from me playing like him. That man will be your president too. So they put it, Boaka brought out. The people that you say, they put it, we need to pray. So they better expose their incapacitation. So they are empty-headed. They can't solve any problem in this country. Only the political godfather, which is President George Weah, will tell the people, these people, they came on the presidency with propaganda. Ome Joe couldn't work on the computer laptop. He didn't do a computer laptop work. That kind of make him be a president for God's sake. I mean, we don't know how to play that tribal politics. We always say this to the people, that tribal politics is not the way forward. You have to do the needful for the Liberian people. Don't come with a tribal sentiment and confuse our weakness, green shack boys. Because some of them, they are buried ahead in the sea. They cannot rationalize anything.
All right.
So they will be carried away by this party sentiment. Please, Sam.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my concern is I don't know. Les gens qui ont la bravo, les unités par les points de c'est à l'école because they very cheap. And they very cheap. When you get one kind in the market, they can get nothing. But because they left food, the united by the women and men, they left food so that they make the country over. I want to so much a year for. One another, they put the see what they go in the market, go to the market, go drive out far, I can make it. So why you get it? Come on, they really fool and let make it to the country over, yeah? Over. Yeah, the woman all the young one, the dividend come up on the food, and I want to dividend come up. I want to get a sale, so then they left food.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
All right. Just a few more, then we want to, if not, then hello.
Yeah. Hello, sir, Andrew.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Mark Bishop calling from District 11. District 11, Quebec. I want to speak about Zidane. Zidane, when he starts on the way he can last. He let our boss now. They don't have nothing to offer, nothing to say. They shame. Where is the who they say? They see what where he is. All the people that are surrounding him, they get problem with him. You know, it's very, very mean. You know what used to be passing around if they say in there 1 year with his cigarette box, they shoot everything begin, Becky. Now he in all seen that the economy was in the camo. When I in the separate now, in the deep sea, nothing they don't get to tell us. They told us I voted for him, they where him and committed, where him and destroyed. Now they said that yes, they don't work free. They shame. It's very to tell, but they don't fool us and fool us. So they don't get nothing to say. So thank you, Finn.
Have a nice day. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you all. You did extremely well. I left all this time for you people who stay holding on. Okay, since you've been on for a while, let's make you the last. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
Please, this is Nehemiah Khan.
Yeah.
You're calling from Dubai. Yeah, I think we don't blame those guys, more especially those people from the Green Revolution. Now they are saying everything is okay. But we want to tell them that President Bouaka, he had to wake up and do something. Let me tell you, every year and next year, what we are seeing now, 2.some million have been missing to fund a ministry. They are not talking about it. If it were going to be CDC government, you will see they will be passing all around parading all the government is corrupt. The man who they claim to be a clean man, Gafuan, yeah, there 2 million have gone fiasco, no accountability. Then you see people who are not suffering, people are suffering, they're in the corner, oh, everything is well. But we don't blame them. We blame those people that were in the purple water passing around, oh, rescue one, because hatred and deceit.
All right, Chief.
Lie that were brought into power.
Thank you, sir. We are on the brink of leaving. Thank you so much. Thank you. All of you great people. We love you all. You are so great, so inspiring. Thank you. You're doing extremely well. So let's go home with these few. I don't want to forget the ever potent chairman for life, everlasting chairman. Romantio Latupan Kenabo birthday will be on the 20th. The man is a diehard Jowian. Man, I was opportune to have seen some of the men photos. Man, get all the guns on CDC every day. Yeah, some people, yeah, actually, they really love institution, individuals when they say they for you. Man, I die. CDC. Man, bodies, everything, George. Weah. Every rally the man is around. The diehard supporter of Kings 88.5. He goes to bed right after. Like AB can tell the man to sleep. Or AB show ends, then he gone. Thank you so much, Chief. Your birthday, we recognize your support, your attention to the station. Thank you for being that loyal listener to Kings 88.5. So we can give you anything. We don't have it, but we can acknowledge and wish God's blessings upon you as you celebrate your birthday. Romantio Latupan Kenebo or Rico for short. Your birthday is on the 20th. This is what we can do as at Kings 88.5. We don't have anything to give you, but we can spread we can do your publicity like we do for every other listener of the station. So with that said, let me remind you again. Don't attempt to listen to anybody who will tell you to bring material. The passion you have to contribute to your party's headquarters construction, hold on to it. You can save the money with the committee will tell you through us when and how. You would know about the when, you would know about the how. When you will be giving and how you will give. If the party will collect money to start the construction, you will know. The how will tell you how it's going to be. Whether you will carry it to bank or you will carry materials to this place, everything. Don't be telling people of your desire to give. Life is interestingly tricky. The more you talk, you express yourself, which is not bad. People are creative and professional more than you. They have duped too many people before they realize it is late. Don't listen to anybody. Wait for the committee. Don't be announcing on radio station that you will get 10 bags of cement. You will get, you saw what happened with Ellen. Even though that one part, a different thing. But you just want to be careful because they are working. They don't want anything good to come of CDC. They know that CDC has the willpower to build its own headquarters. They know that Unity Party can start being any headquarters right now. They can't do it. So they don't want anything good of you to happen. Things should not happen well. That's why they're doing all kinds of things. They're taking some CDC people picture or the names. They're creating different Facebook pages. So when they write down, they will write it like that person. And you will believe it because you see that person image or the person photo. That's what they're doing. The English word they get for it, they call it counterfeiting. So they will write in a way, then they will take my picture, they put it there. So you now, when you see it, then you just believe, oh, that's Sam Andrews. That's Sam Andrews. But not Sam Andrews did it. That another person took it, then they just put it in the form of Sam Andrews. Then they say all kinds of things. Then you start running with it. That's how looking with the whole thing that came up recently with Ellie. Even though they didn't put a picture there, but the Unity Party people did it. That's what they're doing. When they listen to you talking, they say, oh, Emonka guy, he gets something good. So say he announced that he gave him 10 bags of cement, let's try to eat a man. Meaning in labyrinth, when they say eat a person, mean to trick you. So they will come in a way, they will remember the committee, Fonati Cover has given all the instruction, you know, this thing here, the stand-up bearer really want to get it on Grand Quay. So they set up several committees, and the various committees are spread out, and we on the side. Then you two now, you give in, you take your money, you give to them, bam. The beginning can say Chile, they're gone. When you start hearing the committee announcing the real thing, and then you say, boy, I gave my contribution. And I get it. The boss say, we know about it. So that's why every day we advise you. You hold on, you exercise patience. When you're ready to do something good in life, you can't rush. No, you take your time. So you hold on, you don't rush. The headquarters, I told you it's going to be just how God said it in the Bible. When they broke the structure down, I told you, I show you a line. You know why we can use the Bible on the show? Not because we are all Christians, but because the Bible is our guide. It's the leadership It's the guidance. It's the roadmap for the whole world. If you want to be successful, that the Bible will help you. When you go there, it will help you. If you're in trouble, you want to come up, you go there, God will pull. Something in that line you see that say, oh, okay, let me use the one. Construction. Like this kind of situation you're in about your headquarters. The people break it down. They're laughing. Happy all over the place. Then God said, but see, seditions, oh, everything happened for your good. I'm aware of it. I know that the people are going to break your headquarters down. I know all the plans they put together. But I allow it to happen for your good. They saw it as bad. And so they were mocking you. Because God want you to build your own place so that nobody will mock you. Because when you're in your own place, nobody can mock you. So God can put a line there. All the things that you see in the Bible, God put it there so that we look at it and say, oh. And you saw Job. God allowed it to happen to Job. Just imagine people around. Just you see some people mocking you. Job own friends there. Some of you get friends as Unity Party people. They were mocking you, telling you all kinds of things that I was looking with Job. When the time came, what happened? Job got it back double. You're about to get your party headquarters back double. When I said double, I'm about to show you another line in the Bible that the desire, the zeal, the spirit that is in you, that readiness to give. There is an experience in the Bible like that. Let me show it to you. And I told you yesterday, Moses getting ready to build the temple, just as you're getting ready to build your temple. The president gave a time, 1 year. Your headquarters will be finished before overhead pass. You know that? Overhead pass will take about 2 to 3 years. So it going straight into election time. Then it will stop because they will be using it as campaign thing. They say, you see the overhead bridge? We finish it because we ain't get time. That's why we're appealing for second term. By that time, your headquarters will already be up. Watch it, God. Everything work according to God's will. So yeah, it's it. Let me show you a simple example, then we'll go. Moses about to build the temple. Then they send word out, just as the president say, we're building the headquarters. Then all of you say yes. Look, the money that CDC will rally seditions all around the world. It will be more than what will be needed to build the party headquarters. To the extent, I see the engineers telling the people, look, you're stopped. Eugene number of Fonatic Kofa, you the chairman, please tell the people to stop bringing materials. Nowhere in the world, people will give testimony of this. The first time we have seen people building headquarters, they say, let's just for discussion's sake, let's put it, say the construction at 2 million. They will be telling the people say the construction at 2 million, but the people rally 16, 17, 18, 20 million. Can you imagine? That's how materials in Kandel that how it's going to be. Yeah, it's a line in the Bible like that. Moses is about to build. He just sent word out, just how Joe we are sent word out. The people started bringing. They started carrying material, money, everything. The chief engineer looked at it. He said, Chief, I beg you, I hold your phone, please. Tell the people to start bringing. Because what we need is more. Let me show you it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Yeah. It says Exodus. You find that in Exodus chapter 36. Exodus 36, 5, 6. Going down. They say, and they spoke unto Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the work, for the service of the work. Then what they say again, and Moses gave command, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more for the sanctuary. Meaning, you stop everything. You're bringing too much. We requested for 2 bundles of zinc. Then you're bringing 50. We requested for 2 trucks load of crushed rice. Then you're bringing 17. The high will be your seditions will give more than what is needed to build a headquarters. So you relax yourself, yeah? You don't worry. You relax. You just hold everything to yourselves. When the time comes, you'll hear from the committee, and then you'll carry your money. Thank you. That's how we go home. The news is on very shortly at 6 o'clock. Join us for that. And then at 8 o'clock, you know exactly what is it. And then I tell you, the doctor himself is in. The only teacher of the land, the only light, Anthony at law, A.B. Weah, will face the issues. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. I'm Sam Andrews. Shalom.